have an opinion about something or anything? How many of you have ever been at work and experienced conflict because of that opinion? Okay? According to Leadership Quarterly, up to 42% of management deals with conflict day in and day out. And here's the thing about conflict. Conflict will cause lower employee engagement, which would lead to less productivity and ultimately affect the bottom line. Now, in today's world, with the fact that we have gender differences, we have personality differences, and now we have 5 generations in the workforce, bad news, that's not going away. Here's the good news. There is hope. You can win the intergenerational conversation by applying the following. Let me have the slide, please. Number 1, W, work ethics and value. Number 2, incentive and motivation. Number 3, networking and connection. Now, do you guys agree that currently the largest groups in the workforce are baby boomers, Gen Xers, and millennials? Yes? I'm glad you do, because those 3 generations currently hold 97% of our workforce. So who's my baby boomers in the room? Yay, baby boomers. Hey, baby boomers, born 1946 to 1964. Yes. Why are we called baby boomers? Because post-World War II, there was a baby boom, and we needed workers. Now, we learned from our parents who were traditional about hard work. How many hours a week does a baby boomer work? Like 700. We work hard so that we can earn things, so that we can give our kids the stuff that we did not have growing up. Isn't that true? Okay. Now, we work hard and we don't take vacations. So how do you incentivize us? Well, baby boomers, we thrive on knowledge. We want to be experts. So in order to do that, send us to another class, give us another title, or maybe give us another certificate, because that sits on the wall behind us. Now, what's the best way to network and connect with us? Call me. Okay, see, we were brought up with rotary phones. Raise your hand if you remember a rotary phone. Okay? And how about party lines? And I don't mean 1-900-GO-PARTY. Okay? What I mean is that you pick up the phone and on the line there's somebody else talking and they don't live in your house. How about my Gen Xers? How do we win over the Gen Xers? Who are my Gen Xers in the room? Yay for the Gen Xers. What was happening in the world at that time? 1965 to 1980, the digital generation. Not only that, but it was Vietnam. It was the rise of divorce. Where was Dad? At war. Where was Mom? Working. So who babysat these kids? TV and Atari. Okay? So they grew up independent, self-sufficient, which that habit carries to work. So at work, their value is to be independent, to be self-sufficient, to have flexibility. They want to work from home, and they want to check in, check out. They want to work smarter, not harder. How do you incentivize and motivate them? You give them room and flexibility for growth, and you reward them for their productivity, and make sure that you reward them handsomely for a job well done. They give them a little of that green stuff. Okay? You can win the intergenerational conversation. The last group, the one that's growing fast, that by 2020 is going to be 50% of our workforce, who are they? Who are my millennials in the room? Okay, my millennials, also known as Generation Y, because they want to know the why behind things. Okay? Born 1981 to 1999, the millennials, when they're at work, they're passionate, they're entrepreneurial, They want to bring value to the world. They want to make a difference. Now, they also want balance because they saw their parents, the baby boomers, working 700 hours a week. So they want to work and then go home to their friends and their family. That's their value. So that's also how you incentivize and motivate them. You give them time off so that they can create that balance and that harmony in their life. Now, what else do they like? They like to work with a team that's supportive. Isn't that true, millennials? You want people to listen to you. You want to make sure you get some mentoring, some coaching, high touch. Now, speaking about touch and speaking about connection, how do you reach them? Well, they're technology savvy. So as opposed to the Gen Xers, that you reach them by email, and you want to make sure that you let them know how long the meeting's going to be, what it's going to be about, and you want to make sure that at 20 minutes you're done, or else they kick you out. These guys text me. Okay? Let me know what's going on. They are so savvy on the phone that when they do their work, they're super productive. Because think about their parents, the baby boomers. We used to go to the library and open up encyclopedias. By the time I say the word encyclopedia, the millennial already Googled, has 3 articles and 4 white papers. So they're ready to go. So now we've learned about how to find out what their work ethics are, how to incentivize and motivate them, and how to network and connect. So how do we use this to our advantage? In a recent training that I had, we talked about productivity and team building. And I had 2 co-managers from a body shop, Kyle and Mark. Kyle came up with this idea. I think we should run a referral contest at work, and the mechanics, whoever brings in the most referrals, is going to win like a gift certificate or some trip, something like that. Now, all along, while Kyle is talking, you've got Mark standing over here and shaking his head. And everybody saw that Mark was shaking his head. So I waited for Kyle to finish. I look at Mark. Mark, what is your idea? Mark says to me, well, Mark, by the way, is a baby boomer. And Mark goes, we don't run contests at work. That's not professional. Okay, what do you suggest? I think we should run an employee incentive program. And what we'll do is we'll look at how much production each one of the mechanics has. And based on that, we'll give them a bonus. A bonus, okay. So could a bonus be, is a bonus money? Yeah. Could a bonus be a gift certificate? Well, he says, I guess so. I said, and how are you going to pick them? Is everybody going to get that reward across the board? No, not everybody. Just the ones with the highest productivity. Oh, so kind of like the winners, right? That's when the dime dropped. And Mark says to me, he goes, well, if you put it that way, I guess that Kyle and me, we kind of have the same idea. See, that's where the truth is. If we don't listen, 2 people can have the same idea, come from a different generation, with different values, with different communication styles, and not be able to bridge the gap. So here are 3 things you can do to win that intergenerational conversation and bridge the gap. Number 1, connect to them in their mode of communication, whether it's email, text, or phone, and invite them towards yours. Number 2, create an intergenerational focus group. Listen to everyone. You don't know where the next best idea is going to come from. And number 3, literally create a glossary of terms. Translate baby boomer language to millennial language to Gen Xer language. See, the truth is we can focus on our differences divide us. But by taking this formula and applying it, we can make connections. We can bridge that intergenerational gap, connect everyone, build stronger teams, increase our productivity and our bottom line. Thank you.